Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Chris Paine and I am Marketing Officer at Parkinson's New South Wales. Thank you for joining us and welcome to the last week of Active in August. Throughout the remaining week of August, we encourage people living with Parkinson's, their carers, families and friends to challenge each other to be more active while at home, at work or wherever you can. During the course of the video, please type any questions, comments or concerns that you may have into the comment section, and we will endeavour to answer them at the end of the session, or if not during. If the questions you have are personal, please feel free to send us a message in private message through Messenger. So today we will start with a pre-recorded session from Steve Schiemer, followed by a quick meditation with Shushann. I'll just share Steve's video.
Hi, my name is Steve Schiemer and I'm here to give you some tips for active in August. Now, if you're not being that active, one of the things that we know with Parkinson's is that exercise is one of the key ways to slow down the advancement of the disease. So I'm going to give you a few little tips and things that you can do at home that will help you to either start your activity or get back into your activity because of all the mess that's been going on and you get to stay at home. So one of the things that you've got at home that can really help is a chair. Yeah, believe it or not. So one thing that you can do is basically sit yourself down, and especially if you have trouble standing up and sitting down from a chair, which is fairly common, the thing to do is move yourself towards the edge of the chair. And if we knees, and then lean yourself back, swing your arms back, and then move forward and use that momentum and those arm positions to help you to lift yourself up. And then you go slowly back down, carefully, and back up. Again, lean forward, the arms change your center of gravity, and they help to lift you up. Same thing when you go down, use the arms, nice and slow. And back down. One more time, lean forward. So if you're not doing anything at the moment, maybe you should get up and have a bit of a go with us. Practice that. Now, another option is to do small squats towards the chair and back up. So if you're not really that stable or that sure, having the chair behind you just helps you, just in case you go part way down and you think, I can't get back up. Oh, I can sit down. So that's okay. And you should be doing sets of 3 sets, so 3 lots of about 8 to 10 of those. Again, just leaning forward and using the arms to lift you up. And that'll start to get your legs and start to strengthen the muscles, especially through the core, through the legs, through the glutes, that help you to stand up and sit down. So then finally, eventually, hopefully, you can just stand yourself back up without all the effort and hassle. Now, the chair is also here to help you in another way if you turn it side on like so. Then you can do what we call lunges. Now, a lunge is, if you have a look, I've split my legs. They're fairly wide, and I'm just going to bend the back knee and move straight down and straight up. Okay, now using that chair here behind me, I don't know if you can see, chair here, I'll move it forward slightly, there it is, just for balance, yeah? Again, this is a great exercise because most of us, if we get up off the floor, we'll be in this position at some point, and we need that strength to get up the last little part. So keep your chest up, keep your body weight over your hips, and you bend the knees so they get to about 90 degrees. And again, how many are you going to do? Sets of 8 to 10, and 3 lots of those sets. So you do one leg, and then you can change over. Exactly the same position on the other side. And you do the same thing. Still using that chair if you need to. If you don't need to, then you can just balance. It's a great balance exercise as well. It's entirely up to you. Yeah. So it's another very good exercise. Now the other thing you've got at home is a wall. So push-ups are one of the best exercises that you can do for your body. But a lot of us with Parkinson's find it difficult to get down to the floor, and of course you get yourself back up. So what you can do, I'm going to turn my back to you for a minute here. So I'm going to take my hands out wide, my feet away, so I'm leaning. And then from there, I'm just going to bend my elbows like I'm doing a push-up, except that I'm doing them on the wall rather than on the floor. So I'm in this position like this, and I just bend my elbows till my nose almost touches the wall, and then I push back up. Yeah? And again, it's a great exercise that you can do, but you need to get the opposite muscles. That was the chest. When you do your push-ups, it's chest and shoulders. So the other one you can do is sit yourself right back against the wall. Bring your hands as close to the wall as you can. So I've got my forearms touching the wall. Now this is the hard part. You've got to try and reach your hands up. Try and touch them in the middle, keeping them as far back as you can go. So if you can keep your hands against the wall the whole time, fantastic. But if you're like me and you can't quite do that, then just do it as much as you can. Push them back. It's really working through the back muscles. And again, same story. You're doing around about 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. That's it. Perfect. And then while the wall is here as well, one of the things that we really need is balance control. Yeah, so using the wall again, I've got my hand just touching the wall, pick up one foot, support my weight, and then if you can, take the fingers away, try and balance. If it gets a bit too much, put the hand back on the wall and that will bring you back to a stable position. Yeah, even just fingertip can be enough. That's it. And the aim is to try and get those touches with the fingertips less and less and less until finally you can do it without doing that. So of course you have to turn yourself around and do the other side. Now you often will find one side is better than the other side. Spend a little bit more time on the weaker side, the side that you have problems with balance. And the other idea is to keep your eyes focused at something ahead of you. So you've got a focal point, and that helps to, again, secure your balance a little bit more. Okay, so from there, let's get our chair back. One other good exercise for the upper body, a tricep dips. Now, a tricep dip works the back of the arms. Why is that important? Because when you're pushing up off the floor or off the bed to get yourself back up to a standing position, those triceps do a lot of work. They're the pushing muscles, yeah? So all you do, make sure you've got a nice, stable, steady chair. Have your fingers pointing down. You can see that. I've taken the weight. Now, if you're not so strong, this might be all you need to do. Yeah, just hold it for 8 to 10 seconds, and then sit yourself back down. And then do a second set, and then a third set. But if you can, the ultimate aim is to start to bend the elbows. Now, if I turn myself sideways so you can see me, here we go. So I take my weight, keep my backside close to the seat, and I just bend the elbows. Now, how low you go depends on how strong and how flexible you are through the shoulders. But I very quickly start to feel my triceps doing the work. And if I want to make it a little easier, I can bring my feet in closer, and they help to do some of the work. And once you've done about 8 to 10 of those, have a rest, and then you do it again. All right, so that's a bunch of exercises that you can do, but you can also do some stretching work while you're here as well. So one of the easiest stretches is to stick one leg out in front. Let me turn side up again so you can see me. One leg out in front, and all I'm doing is leaning forward, either grabbing the toes or just grabbing the knee, the shin, and feeling a stretch down the back of my leg. And if I point my toes up, I get a stretch to my calf muscle as well. Same thing on the other side. So again, you hold each side for about 10 or 15 seconds. Toes pointing up, leaning forward as far as you comfortably can do that. And if I turn back around to the front, another great exercise, or stretch I should say, is this one where we have the ankle on the knee, sitting up nice and tall, and just gently pushing that knee towards the floor. You're opening up through the hip capsule. It's a lovely stretch, and it's an area that most of us are quite tight on. That's it again, 10, 15 seconds. And then you change it over. You'll find often one side is a little bit tighter than the other. Sit nice and tall. That's it. I'm just pushing the knee gently down to the floor, just as far as you can comfortably go. That's it. And relax. And while we're here, hands dropping down by the side. Grab a hold of the leg of the chair. So if you can see this side way up. Okay. So there. Got a hold, and all I do is I lean away, drop my head away as well. I'm getting a big stretch through the top of the neck and across the top of the shoulder there. And then I do the other side, same thing. So I hold, lean away, let the shoulder drop, and the head moves away. It gives me that stretch down through the neck and through the shoulder there. Almost done, and then we can face the front. And one of the best stretches I like to do for the back, just to join the hands, cave the chest in. So if you see me from here, I'm caving my chest in, I'm opening across my shoulder blades. And then the opposite stretch to that is to take the hands behind. And again, from the side on, I roll my chest, my shoulders back, chest out, and then lift the hands away. It gives you a great stretch. So these can all be done sitting on the chair if you need to. But the most important thing is that you get some work done. Yeah? It doesn't have to be running a marathon or doing a boxing match, but just some exercise in the meantime to get you through until we can get ourselves outside and back to the gym and get back to your normal routine. Hope that helps. Any questions, get in touch. Otherwise, we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for your expertise, Steve, and for taking time out of your busy day to record that for us last week. So next up, we will chat with Parkinson's New South Wales Counsellor Shushann, who will be guiding us through a meditation today. How are you, Shushann?
I'm well, thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me here again on Active in August. And it's so wonderful that these little tips and practices can be offered and you can watch them from your own home.
Sorry. Take it away.
Great, thanks. So, hello, everybody. Back again to talk about this Active in August practice of meditation that we can each do in our own time while we're gradually getting used to this whole idea, this buzzword that we're all hearing, which is this new normal. So while we've been in lockdown, we've had to quickly learn how to stay safe from coronavirus through good hygiene practices, wiping down surfaces with disinfectant, not making physical contact, all those practices. And now that we're going out more and more, sometimes what this can do is raise our anxiety. Am I still going to be able to maintain that sense of safety? And so, one of the things, the few little tips I want to talk about today is how, again, we manage that anxiety through really dealing with things on a moment by moment basis and reminding ourselves of those things that we can control and those things that we may need to let go of, which we can't control. And the focus really is to bring our attention on what we can do, no matter how simple that may seem, to remain focused on the present, what you're doing, the practices you've learned for your own safety and comfort, and of course, to care for and to be cared for by the ones that you love who are around you. And so we're in this together. We're really supporting each other around this. So the other point that I want to raise is, and we need to support each other on this, is not to fixate on the worst case scenarios. So again, this is a matter of letting go of what you can't control and bringing your focus on being present and managing things moment by moment. And one of the things that I think we can all do is give ourselves a little bit of a break from news, social media, give ourselves a bit of a digital detox. So take time out from watching the news every hour or every day, even if you give yourself 3 days away from watching the news, it'll all be there when you come back. But this can add to our own anxiety and distress, and particularly the mainstream news, their focus is really on what's wrong with the world. And so our practice is to really have a detox so that we can give our nervous system a little break. And instead, choose to watch shows that entertain you, that make you laugh, that inspire you. Listen to music or podcasts that are inspiring or soothe you and give you joy. Read an engaging book or listen to ebooks and move at your own pace. Make changes that are right for you in your own timing, in your own abilities. And of course, remember to reach out for support through your allied health specialist or someone like myself, a Parkinson's counsellor. So let's move into our meditation. So take a breath now and Make yourself comfortable wherever you're sitting. And with each breath, if you can, lengthen the next breath a little bit more and take that breath right down to your belly. And if it helps, place your hands there on your belly so that you can feel your breath going right down into your belly. And take a nice, long, slow breath now through your nose. You may feel your belly expand as you do so, and then let it go through your mouth. And just feel where your body is breathing itself. This is such an automatic process that we often don't pay attention to it. So bring your present awareness now to where you are breathing, where your breath is moving in through your body and being released. Notice what you're noticing. Are you noticing there's an expansion in your chest? Are you able to bring your breath right down to your belly? And let it out with a sigh. And the out breath is our releasing breath, our letting go breath. So in breath is gathering in, and just let go with your out breath, letting go of any holding or tension that may be in your body. Let your shoulders drop down. Imagine that there is this string that is holding you up from the crown of your head so that your chin is just tucked in very gently. You may notice that immediately adjusts your posture. Allow your eyes to roll down towards your heart. And if you have any thoughts, just let them drift away. Imagine them like clouds that drift in, and just notice that they're there and allow them to drift past. And just in this next moment, bring your attention to your body and notice if there is any tension there, if there is any pain. What are you noticing in your body? What sensations are you noticing? Perhaps there's agitation, or maybe you're simply feeling calm and present here as you listen to this meditation. So once more, we're simply bringing our awareness to what is there. We are allowing it to be there, but we're not holding on to it. And the best way to release a thought or a feeling is to imagine breathing it out, letting it go with your out breath, that releasing breath. And with your next out breath, you may just want to say, either in your mind or out loud, just let go. Just let go. Just let go. And this is a good reminder to take through your day the things that may be difficult or challenging, that we just may be out of our control in that moment. And we just let go and bring ourselves back to the present moment, to your breathing, to your body, to here and now. Just let go. And finally, with your next breath, if you can imagine from putting your attention out to the crown of your head, and with your next out breath, sending a wave of relaxation going down through your crown, moving through your whole body, down your legs and your feet, down into the ground. And let's try that again. Take a nice deep breath in. Bring your attention to the crown of your head, and as you breathe out, send a wave of relaxation down through your crown, through your body, down through your legs, and out through your feet. And in this moment, think of one thing that you are grateful for in your life, or something that you cherish in your life. Perhaps it's a parent, or a partner, a beloved friend, a child, or a pet. Something that you are grateful for in your life. And take a moment now to recall that and to feel the gratitude of that within you. If it helps, imagine that person in front of you. Notice what feelings you feel as you experience gratitude towards them. And now we're slowly going to come out of our meditation. We'll finish here, but you can continue sitting, just moving your body, bringing yourself back here, back into the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Shushann. That was great. It's always good to remember to bring yourself back to meditation, to breathe properly, and to think, especially in these stressful times. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to both of you and Steve for taking the time to guide us and for offering tools to help us keep active and healthy this August. Thank you all for joining us. And if you have any questions at all, please leave a comment or contact one of the Parkinson's New South Wales nurses. through the info line on 1-800-644-189, or you can reach out through any of the other channels. Thank you so much again, Shushann, for your time today, and take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.